Failure doesn't happen because you don't know what to do. It happens because you keep being the same person and hoping for different outcomes. If you're the sort of person that's tried everything, every diet plan, training plan, juice cleanse, New Year's resolution, but nothing works for you, then you're in the right place. So what if I told you those things aren't broken for the most part, but more importantly, you're not broken? You've probably built a career solving complex problems. You've built systems that run global networks. But when it comes to yourself, you act like the rules don't apply. What if this time the problem isn't the method, it's actually the operator, user error? From what I see, knowledge isn't the problem. You know what you should be doing, you're just not doing it. Look, the internet has all of the information, but you'd rather spend hours researching the perfect plan than actually spending the time doing the work. You have the discipline, you're just misallocating it. You have the ability to work hard, you've built your career on it. You are consistent, you're just consistently waiting for the right time or starting again on Monday. You have the time, you're just prioritizing other things. I call this the dichotomy of your own bullshit. If it's not a knowledge, discipline, time, or hard work issue, what is it? The truth is, it's you. It's your identity. It's the identity that you choose to use, that you choose to have, that you choose to let go of. The word identity comes from the Latin words idem and identitas, meaning the same and sameness, respectively. Think about that for a second. Identity literally means the same or sameness. So when you keep saying this time will be different, but you keep acting like the same person, it's not actually failure. It's just identity being identity. The person that made all the choices that got you to the place that you are right now isn't going to be the person that gets you out. It's not about a different process. It's about a different person. And that starts with clarity. Who the fuck is that person anyway? So I have a task for you. Grab a pen and paper. If I were to ask you, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to lose weight or get stronger or whatever the goal is? What would you say? To be healthy, to live longer, to feel better? That's cool, but why? Why does that matter to you? This is where the buzzwords usually show up, the longevity or be around for my kids or set an example. I get that, but why does that matter? One of two things usually happens at this point. One, you actually just don't know. You've never spent the time to actually sit down and think about what the thing is that you want or if you actually want it in the first place. They sound good on paper, but they're hollow. If that's you, just spend some time there. Ask better questions. Do you want to live longer or do you want to live differently? Do you want to feel better or do you want to be someone better? The second option is life has already shown you the other side. You've seen what happens when people don't take this seriously. Friends, family, co-workers, all struggling with their health because of the choices that they made. The parents that became dependent on others or the people who honestly died too early. If that's you, you already know who you don't want to become. So the job becomes simple. You just write the opposite. Define the person that you do want to be. The one who leads by example, who still has energy left for the people they love, who isn't just alive longer, but alive better. Identity is the default you right now. It's what you do without thinking your behaviors. It's your decisions, how you show up, and the stories that you tell yourself. Behavior follows identity, not your goals. Sounds cool, but what the fuck does that actually mean? Look, the likelihood is you're a logical person that works from data and tangible metrics. Be the best version of myself sounds noble, but it's vague as hell. You can't upgrade what you haven't defined. What does that version of you look like, or who is that person? What do they do, or what do they not do? How do they show up? How do they think, act, or make decisions? Look at the people that you admire. What is it about them, or what traits do they have? How do they live their life? Once you have a crystal clear picture or idea of that version of you, there's a decision-making framework that I use and I ask the cyber athletes to use, because identity isn't something that you just find, it's something that you prove. Prove it through decisions over and over again. In those moments of hesitation, being asked to do something that will interfere with your training or your sleep, not feeling the gym after work or being handed another margarita. Question 1, is this decision in line with my goals or the person that I am trying to become? If yes, cool, go get it. If no, ask yourself, is it worth the sacrifice? If no again, then you know what to do. If yes, that's also cool, then do it or don't do it. Just be okay with the decision that you make at that time. When the identity updates, compliance becomes the path of least resistance. Unfortunately, it's not just a switch that you flip. Identity is a feedback loop. You don't just change by deciding who you want to be, you change by proving it, one decision at a time. Everything that you do is evidence for or against the person that you believe that you are. Identity is who am I? Belief is what I believe to be true about me and the world. Behaviors, what I do and how I act. Evidence is proof that confirms or challenges my identity. Every time that you act, you generate data. That data either reinforces the old identity or starts to build a new one. You see, identity is a loop. You act, you collect evidence, and your brain updates its model of who you are. Let me show you how that plays out in the real world. Jen used to be the sort of person that thought she had to go to the gym to lose weight. So when she went to the gym and didn't lose weight, this was evidence against that belief, but also evidence that reinforced her identity of someone who would try, make progress, fall off, and then repeat. When we shifted to Jen believes that she goes to the gym to get strong and feel good, when Jen goes to the gym and sees a progression in her lifts and or feels good after, that behavior gives her evidence in the belief, which reinforces her identity as someone who goes to the gym to get strong. Now, Jen's such a fucking badass. She's just a person that goes to the gym. It's who she is. It's her identity, the sameness. Identity seeks consistency with itself, especially in change. Think of it as needy as fuck and needing constant reassurance. The fastest way to change it is to behave like it, like the person that you want to become, before you even fully believe it yourself. Think about confidence. We don't just have it, we get it from evidence of doing the thing. It comes through repetition. Every rep, every decision, every time you show up. You're feeding your new identity the data it needs to overwrite the old one. And that is how you reprogram the loop. Small actions, new evidence, updated beliefs, new identity. And eventually you stop trying to be consistent because consistency just becomes who you are. You can't outthink an identity loop, you have to outact it. I guess I should tell you why I'm even here to talk about identity in the first place or how this all came about. I've made a rule. No more saying the C word. Every time we ask the team, what makes We Hack Health different? They say, and look, that's great, but every coach, every gym, every brand says the same thing. They all have a so I call bullshit. My observation, the thing that makes We Hack Health different is it becomes a part of your identity, something that you want to be a part of and known to be a part of. I see it on the hashtag on socials or with the hashtag on socials or listed in your bio or your intro whenever you're presenting at conferences. I see it in the merch and I see it in the fucking tattoos. I think at the last count, there are 15 We Hack Health tattoos. That is insane. That is more than a community. Being a part of this represents something that is more than me or you or them or us. It represents change, a refusal to accept the standard as it is. A belief that we can raise it together. That's what this whole thing is built on. Not workouts or macros, but identity. A shared belief that we can all live, think and perform at a higher level. And I guess that's why some would call it a cult. But if choosing to hold yourself and the people around you to a higher standard makes it a cult, then fine, I'll take that. It's a joke, remember? Because when people start changing who they are, not just what they do, that's when a real movement begins. I think it's safe to say we all know that the new you will come with sacrifice. But the bit that they don't tell you or they didn't tell me is it comes at the sacrifice of the old you. And if you're not okay with that, that's totally cool. But for me, it was needed. When I started to shift my identity, most, if not all, of my previous identity had to die. Some intentionally, some as a byproduct of change. Some easy, some difficult, and some I couldn't understand at the time. I had to be selfish. You see, the previous version of me wasn't happy, but it was comfortable. It wasn't that bad, and I wasn't that unhappy. There's a concept in psychology called the region beta paradox, discovered by Daniel Gilbert in 2004. The idea being that sometimes a seemingly worse situation is more motivating, and it can lead to a better outcome than the tolerable one. As Chris Williamson put it, if we only take action once we cross a certain threshold of badness, sometimes better things can feel worse than worse things. We've all seen or even been in the situation at some point. People who don't like their job, but it's okay, they show up, it's not terrible. They get through the day and they get paid and it's fine. Or the person who's a little bit overweight, has no real health issues and they can get away with it in how they dress. They make it up the stairs without being completely out of breath. The truth is these people would be better off if their situation was worse. It would give them the drive and the motivation to take action rather than just tolerating it because it's not that bad. Sometimes you need to get to the worst place to finally make the change. One more time with a pen and paper and we will do a quick status check. Write down your current identity string and be honest. Like, this is for you, it's not for me. I'll give you a few examples. When I am stressed, I am a person who. When I travel for work, I'm a person who. When I miss a target or get negative feedback, I'm a person who. You get the point. Now, look at the list and tag each one: operator or chaos crew. Operators act with intent, but the chaos crew reacts with emotion. Pick 5 and align them with who you want to become. Then actually live them. Or is this just another mental masturbation exercise? So if you don't just want this to be another video that you watch and you actually want to take action, why not come and join us in Discord at discord.gg/wehackhealth.